Okay, it's recording.
Okay. So Melanie, you said you had some questions. Have either of you worked on the Excel spreadsheet for this project?
Yeah, I worked on it a little bit today.
Okay.
There's just some things that I'm struggling with understanding, I guess.
I just did the simple parts, which were changing the names and making the names under the name box.
Okay.
So where do you understand ranking and all that, or?
Yeah, and like when I was doing the videos yesterday, there was a couple that, I mean, I watched them a couple times, but I'm kind of struggling with figuring it out. I don't know. So I did do the ranking. I don't know.
Oops.
It's more on the summary page, I think, of like putting all the totals and everything that we need to have in there.
Okay. I think it's, since I haven't finished it yet, I didn't know if we were going to work this together or whether we're going to do it on our own and then help each other where necessary.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how it's supposed to work.
I think
we can see our screen. We can share our screens, and as long as we don't, and we can see each other's formulas.
Yeah,
correct. We can do.
Yeah, it says look at computer. It's okay to look at computers in person or virtually of other students who are in your own section of B215. So that's us. So you can look at each other's screens in person or virtually. So I'm not sure how to share a screen, but
okay.
There's over on this right-hand side of the Google Hangouts, if you look at the screen, there's a little chat box, and then there's a green screen with an arrow. If you move your cursor over that, it says share screen, and that's how you share your screen.
On the left side? Oh, there it is. Screen share. This green arrow. Okay. It's on my left. Okay. Looking for. I just got used to regular Google Hangouts last semester. Now getting used to Google Hangouts on air is a little new for me. Have you used it before? Either one of you?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, I've used it before for my other classes.
Yeah, I didn't use it in any of my classes last semester.
Oh, it's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's pretty easy once you get used to it. So.
All right. Do you say your name Arlie?
Yes, Arlie.
Okay.
Were you able to do any of it, or?
No, I have. Let's see. No, I don't really understand this. I think, let's see, my summary. Alpha, beta, delta, gamma. No. It's so pretty. I'm gonna, let's see.
So
my screen isn't big enough to see you and to see what I'm doing.
Oh. So on the first one, it says to identify each sheet. So just putting under on the tabs at the bottom, naming those. And then assign appropriate names to each of the 5 sales history ranges. So that's the where we learned how to name the ranges.
Yeah.
So did you do that?
I've named my ranges.
So like all I highlighted all the sales totals in the column and then went up to that little box and just named them like alpha underscore sales and then beta underscore sales on that one.
Oops.
Does that sound like what you did?
I mean, I named all the cells. I was working on the ranking at the same time I was talking to you. I messed that up. Oh,
I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, I'm just trying to. Yeah, I did all the named the tabs and made a new summary sheet. They wanted it to show up front, so I moved it up to before alpha, and then I named all my sales, alpha, beta, all the sales.
And then for the ranking, my formula that I used was, and I don't know if these are right. I'm hoping it's right. Equals rank.average. And then I did the parenthesis and clicked on C5. Then I did comma and then typed in alpha underscore sales, my named range, comma, and then I did 0. So then it should have put all the numbers in on which.
Oh, I see. That's probably what I did wrong.
Rank it is.
Would be alpha, like alpha sales. Oops. Did you put a 1 for the order?
I did the 0, so it was.
Oh, I see 0. There we go.
Descending.
Yeah.
Oh no, I kept going back and forth to his videos to make sure I was doing it right. And then I just dragged that all the way down to the bottom. So then it just would copy that formula all the way down.
For some reason, I thought there was an easier way once we named them, but yeah.
I know.
My mind just went blank.
I kept trying to figure out different ways too, because I'm like, did the video show us a way? And it was driving me nuts. I don't know.
That's the ranking.
Sorry guys, I'm still here. I'm just like reading through the what is this called?
Ah, okay.
I can't even think. Instructions.
No, you're good. I just
got off from work today right now.
Oh, sorry. Kind of hard to come home and just jump into this.
Yeah. So that's Sunday easier to division each sheet to all sheets to work on.
I think I just figured out how to do the ranking with the names. Yeah. For that, or remembered, I should say. Okay,
so I'm so confused on what information can and can't talk about or whatever. But we can share screens.
Yes, and the beginning of this mini project, it says, allowed, discuss this project with other students who are in your own section of B215. Look at computer screens in person or virtually of other students who are in your own 215.
There it is. Okay, then I can share what I have on mine.
Then it says meet in class groups virtually with other students who are in your own mini project group. That's number 3. So I think we got it covered.
Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. Can you see it?
Hang on, I'm just finishing up.
Yes.
Good night, Mom. Good night, buddy.
Sorry. Well, I didn't name. Okay, I have that. I just didn't name each.
Let's see.
Okay.
So right here,
I should have done that.
I get this whole cell group. Oh, it's not showing up. I named it the alpha cells. So when you look at my rank formula right here, it has the alpha underscore cells in it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's ranked, and I have these NAs here because they didn't put any number in.
Right.
So it pulled up NA on all those. So I did that same thing for each one. So right here, it's my beta underscore cells. I don't know. Does that look kind of like what we're supposed to have?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Okay. And then on my summary,
Wow.
I don't know what to do.
Looks good.
So on the, where is it? On the mini project here. So after you name the ranges, then it tells you to rank it, like number 1 for the first month or the highest month, number 2. So that's what I just showed you. And then you add a summary sheet and do a side-by-side comparison.
Right.
And in the little video clip, he wanted us to put the division, so like alpha, beta along the top, and then all the measurements on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is where I'm just kind of stuck, is I don't know if I'm doing the formulas right on all of these.
No, you didn't. You did the equal sign and transferred them with the equal sign from the summary sheet, right?
So let me pull it back up. So on the total cells, I did, and we have to round up on the total cells. So can you see my formula? The equals round up.
Yes, uh-huh.
Then I did sum, and then the alpha cells, which is all the numbers in my alpha.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the little video that we watched, he was talking about rounding to the nearest thousandth, and he used the -3. So I put that in there, and I got this total here. So I just kind of dragged that across. Mm-hmm. No, I think I had to change each one, the beta.
Right.
And then the average, I just did there because there were 72 months. Mm-hmm. I did the total cells divided by 72. I don't know if that's right though. To get the average monthly cells. I don't know.
You wouldn't use average?
Oh, we might. I don't know. I was kind of confused on that one.
Probably should have gone ahead and done it ahead of time so we could have talked about it better. That was an option. She said either we could do it together or do it ahead and talk about it. I think my personal thing is maybe we should just, I got hung up on something else, but that's probably why I didn't get mine done, but ahead of time. I got part of it done.
Oh my, I've been muted this whole time. I thought I was talking this whole time. And oh wow, I'm muted the whole time. I'm so sorry. I'm like talking and I'm like, yeah, it's average. And then I just realized that I've been muted. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. I just thought you were working.
Yeah, well, I was, but I was like, okay. And I'm talking as like, wow, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So I changed that to average instead of the sum.
Yeah, I did just the average calculation and did equals average and then their name range that I have.
What? Excuse me.
So I would change this to average and then do alpha L's.
Very close. Yeah, because that's average.
Because yeah, to get the mean, it's the average,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Can we do mean? Actually, I think that's.
Please again.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, my numbers don't look like that. Why?
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So the mean will be like the average of cells then, because if I round this up, to the thousandths, it's going to be the exact same number.
Close.
Oh, close. Why isn't it the same then? Because it's the same formula. I don't know. I'm confused.
Highlight it again. Those two numbers.
What?
Highlight 649. And that's under average alpha sales minus 3. And then 648. Yeah. I'm trying to see if I'll round up there.
Oh, that one's round up. I just
Yeah.
did round.
Yeah, that's the difference.
So am I supposed to do round up on all of them? I don't know.
I didn't do round up. I just did average, but I think mine's wrong. I'm like mine does not look like yours at all because yours.
Well, on the instructions, it says to, after you've got those, it says to round it to the nearest thousandths of a dollar.
I just saw that. Oh darn it! Does it round the results to a number of digits that makes sense? Round it to the nearest thousands of dollars. Oh darn. Okay. Okay. And it is round. Okay. So average would be equals round up.
Okay. Now, when you did the best month and worst month and stuff like that, was that just carrying it over from the previous worksheets?
Yeah, so I did the roundup and then I did the formula large.
That's right.
And then alpha cells, and then I did 1, so that would give me the largest number. And then this one is the 2. And then for the worst, it was the small.
That's right.
I got stuck on like the central tendency and the dispersed or fluctuated. average and the dispersion. Like I got mixed up on that. But if you look here in gamma in the best month, the difference in the totals. So on letter D, it says just in case there are outliers, include another appropriate calculation of central tendency. So this would be considered an outlier because it's so huge compared to the rest of the totals.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what to do though with it.
Didn't, let's see, where's my other? Naming ranges, rounding. Trying to remember what he did in the video.
Mom, I'm gonna close the door real fast.
Actually, I thought I understood more than I did. Now I have to go back over everything again.
I know, and I've been trying to watch the videos today too, but it's just not clicking in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
the outliers. I don't know what he said. I can picture him talking about it too.
I felt really good about last week's. Like I went through it and did it, and I was like, "Oh, that was easy enough." And then
yeah, that one wasn't hard. I was like, "Oh, this is good."
yeah,
And
this
this
then
one,
trying to
like,
do this one, I'm like, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I
Well,
got a little too overly confident, I think.
I was wondering something about average, wasn't it? When there was an outlier. Because
Yeah, and I was trying to look at some of my notes to see. It said that if there's a large outlier, then the median is probably the best way to.
yeah, the median is the best way to get the proper amount versus the, yeah.
So I tried to get the median up here. I need to still round those up, I think, but the median and then the gamma cells, and that gave me that number. So I'm thinking that's the center value.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then I didn't know if we needed to put the deviations and the variance. I couldn't figure out how to get the standard deviation because we need to do the coefficient of variation, which is a percentage. But for that formula, it's the standard deviation divided by the mean. Right. It will give you a percentage. I just don't know how to get the standard deviation.
Yeah.
Is there a formula? Standard deviation formula?
Oh, the standard deviation is the square root of the deviation.
So
I think you take the square root of your number 9.
So isn't deviation, this is what I put in for deviation, I don't know if it's right, is the total minus the mean. Is that?
I'm looking at my notes too.
That's a whole. So when you get the total, no.
Let's see, variance is deviation square root. divided by count, or sum divided by. Deviation squared divided by count is variance.
So here on the variance, I put the sum of the deviations divided by the count of all the sales minus 1. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at it closer. I apologize. My notes say deviation squared divided by count minus 1. Deviation squared 2. Yeah, deviation squared. And sum divided by count minus 1. That's the variance. Oh, okay. Standard deviation is square root of deviation. The standard deviation formula is STDEV dot S. Did you use a?
There's that one. I had wrote that one down, the square root, and then the variance. So equals where?
I put for standard deviation the formula STDEV dot S.
I have that one written down too.
And then the number.
Oh, see, that's not working.
Was there something else after the number?
I didn't write that down in my notes. I don't remember.
Maybe click on it on the formula. Whoops, that formula. Trying to point to the screen. Maybe. Why don't you back up and see if it gives you more information? Back up off the B10 and see if it gives you more information.
Take out that B10.
Yeah, back it up just to the parentheses. Okay, it says number, and then
And then comma.
so put the number and then a comma and see what it says after that. And is that going to be a range?
Number.
It looks like number 1, 2, and 3. Is that supposed to be a range there? I know. I think I'm confusing myself as well as everybody else.
Standard deviation.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe let's see what time is 7:40.
Because if I do the square root here and do this one, and that works and gives me a number.
Yeah. You did what? Square root divided by count minus 1.
Just the square root and then the number, the variance, but I don't know if it's correct.
I'm thinking for me anyway, what I'm going to have to do is go back over all this and go back to the videos and do a little bit closer, because I wrote my notes thinking I made good notes, and some of them are good and some of them I've had questions. And maybe we
I thought I would remember everything.
Me too. At least for my notes, but I guess
I'll remember it.
maybe we could email or something with some information, or I know we can't give each other the project, or do you want to try and I know it's due tomorrow, but sounds like what I need to do is make sure I go over everything, and maybe there's something that's not clicking right now that'll click when I'm actually doing it again. Doing it.
Yeah.
Going back to my
I'm
note.
working on-
Pardon?
No, sorry. I'm saying that I'm just gonna keep working on this.
Okay, should we continue recording or hold off and stop and then try to do our own thing and maybe contact each other?
We can do that. I know that I'm gonna keep working on this, so I don't know if it's is there
Yeah.
is there a time, is there like a time that are we like that we have to meet? Like, does it say like an hour, or just work on it when as long as you need to?
Well, we have to meet at least twice a week. One on each week on the project. Except when we have an exam, if I'm on the right one. Yeah.
I don't think there's a specific time limit of how long we have to meet. I think we just have to meet and talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I know in her notes when she posted the groups, like Jackie said,
Mhm.
said the ideal would be for students to have already started, perhaps even completed many projects to the collaborative meeting. Then we can just prepare and help each other. But you can also plan to start on the project as a group.
Yeah, I think my personal opinion, and I apologize for not getting my part done, but I think I should have done what you did, Melanie, and did what I thought, and then I would have been better able to discuss your questions. And maybe I'd find something that just happened to work out for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it's
What about you? Go ahead.
oh, sorry.
Sorry, me too.
I don't, there's just that like middle section, like D, E, and F, I think that I'm struggling with.
Okay.
So we can do the other ones together if you want, and I'll just come back to that stuff. I'll go watch the videos again.
Like, don't we have to do them like in order because they make more sense or something?
Yeah, I don't know, probably. Like but with the 5 monthly, like the best and the 5 worst, I just went and did that because that was something that I could do.
Right.
But I think, yeah, with like C through G, I think those all kind of go together. So, and then on the last one, just calculate the grand total and round it to the nearest thousand. So, I stopped sharing my screen. I'll go share it again. So for that, I just put the grand total down here. I didn't know where to put it. And I just did the roundup and then the sum of B4 through F4. And then I did the -3, so it would round it to the 1,000. And this is what I got.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
And then it wanted the blank months, like what months or which, what did it say?
Yeah. Which ones are having
the G, it was G. So some divisions failed to report any sales in certain months. We want to keep track of how many times this has occurred in each division. So I just did the formula on these ones as the count blank and found out how many times there were blank cells left in that particular division.
Oh, that's good. I should have that.
Okay.
I didn't know if we were supposed to have a graph like in one of those videos we watched, how he made that scatter plot graph. It didn't say to put that in there, so I don't think we need it.
Yeah, if it didn't say it, I would imagine. Basically, it says follow, do everything step by step. Imagine with her.
I'm in like 4B, so I still have to do C through I, and then
On what? When are you on?
I'm in here. I still have to do the let's see, where am I? So I am at 4B. So I'll work on that.
I don't think we should keep everybody. It's up to you guys. If you want to work on it together, or if you want to see where we're at on our own.
Yeah, I think at this point I can work on it on my own, and I just got home, so I'm like, oh, okay, I'll work on it. And then if I have any questions, we can do the like a group chat, or maybe in the email we can communicate.
That's true.
Okay.
And we have the recording of this, so I can rewatch this.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm at 4B, so I should be able to finish this really fast.
Maybe you could send it to us as well, or something if you want to rewatch it. Because I know you'll post it. Well, you posted on the lesson side, right?